Hey everybody, it's Lori again, and I'm back with one more video. And this will be a couple of journals that I made using some 8x8 paper pads that I had from Graphic 45. So these are kind of tall, skinny journals. They're about 4x8s. And for this one, I used the Botanical tea paper. Boy, this is some really pretty stuff. And they're the same design, they're just a different size than the other ones that I've been showing you. But again, for the closure is another piece of hand-dyed seam binding, and on this one here I am using an earring that I just pulled the back off of, and then an eyelet set in the back. And then on the spine I've got some crocheted trim, and then a piece of wide burlap ribbon that's got a lace overlay on it. And then on the front here I've got a resin frame that I've painted kind of a smoky blue color, and again I've left it open on the top for you to slide your own title in there. And then if you want to glue the top down once you get a title in there, just use whatever kind of good strong glue you've got that you trust, and I would probably use Glossy Accents because it's got a really thin tip on it and it's good strong glue. And then it's just tied in a bow for a closure. And this one's got, it's got a combination of the pattern paper, some of the tea-dyed parchment paper, a bunch of tags, and some different colors of, different solid colors of cardstock. And I'm using the cut-aparts here for tuck spots, and I'm using some as the tags too. Oh, and I also used, for this one, the coordinating 6x6 paper pad. So I'll just go ahead and do a flip through for you here. I think I gotta back out. Oops. I think my camera's getting ready to fall here. Give me a second. Alright. There, now I can set it up a little bit further so you can actually see the whole thing. And I don't recall if Graphic 45 has journaling cards or not. And if they don't, they should, because I really like adding those into journals. They really add a lot, because you can use them for either tags or little tucking spots, and I don't know, they just really add a lot of character to the journals. Okay, that is that one. And then the last one that I have to show you is also Graphic 45, and it's made with By the Sea paper collection. And this one here, I have a seam binding enclosure, but instead of wrapping it all around because I didn't want to cover up any of the graphics on the front, I just set a couple of eyelets, and then I'm using two pieces here, and tying them in a bow in each one of them, and then tying it in another bow in the center there for a closure. And up in the corner here I've got some charms. I've got a little compass, and let me see if I can zoom in just a tad. Alright, I guess that's as good as it's going to get. And a crab, come on, and a little seashell. And then on the spine I've got some, it's like that burlap, specialty burlap paper. And I think, yeah, I also have some sticky back canvas underneath that as well to keep it a little extra sturdier. And then I've just colored the paper in Distress Stain, Tim Holtz Distress Stain in Weathered Wood. And let's see, anything else I need to tell you? Oh, I guess not. I think we covered the front. Okay, and this one is also using a combination of tea-dyed paper and solid color cardstock and the pattern paper. And again, I've used the cut-aparts here for tuck spots, for tags. And on sporadically throughout the sheets, the solid colors, I've just used some of the Dilutions spray ink and just kind of sprayed in random spots just to add a little bit of character to some of the blank pieces of paper. They're all tea dyed, but then I also added some of the dye sprays. I love this paper collection. It's so pretty. In fact, I was shocked because when I was at Hobby Lobby for their 50% off paper sale a couple weeks ago, they actually had a 12 by 12 pad of the By the Sea collection, which they almost never have any Graphic 45 because it goes so fast. And I should have bought it, but I didn't because I already have a 12 by 12 pad of it, and I don't really need another one, other than it was such a good price because, you know, Graphic 45 is not cheap paper. And they're one of my favorites, so I always tend to buy a lot of Graphic 45 when they come out with new stuff. I'm trying to control that impulse a little bit. Like they've got some new stuff out now that I want, probably about 3 of the new collections, and I haven't bought it yet. I've been trying to be good, but knowing me, I will probably break down and get it. we're almost to the end. And that is it. And that's all of the latest batch of journals. I do have another one that I'm going to be making that is an order from a friend of mine. And that one is going to be the theme Nightmare Before Christmas. So that's going to be an interesting one to put together. So, but other than that, that's all I have for you right now. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch.